Space Marine 2 is still kicking up secrets that players are still unlocking 4 months after launch, and this one has to be one of the funniest puzzles that has been discovered so far. This was discovered over on Reddit. I'll include the link to the Reddit thread in the description of this video. Spoiler warning, if you want to leave right now, if you want to try and find this out for yourself, then leave the video now, because I'm going to go through the process of how you unlock this Easter egg and what you discover at the end of this process. So this secret actually happened on one of the missions. The mission is Mechanicus Divinicus. It's on Valrak, so you have to load up, you have to complete the game to that. It's the one where you're up in the spire, you're on the lift, and you have to repair it. So right at the start of the mission, the first objective is to unlock a lift, which will put you to the next area of the map. To do that, you have to reach a lift objective control room and press a button. You go through some double doors, and once you go through those doors, there's waves of Tyranids you have to fight. There's multiple groups. There's like an event where a bunch of swarms actually attack you on like a fallen down bridge section, and you have to hold them off and fight them and purge them. But once that is completed, you can then move forward to the next area, which is that lift control room, where you're supposed to press the lift button to activate the lift. But this is where the big secret, the big twist is so far. And for having this going on for 4 months and no one's discovered it, and by the way, shout out to the chap on Reddit who actually discovered this, because he's got some absolute dedication. His name is Honduran Kid 23. Hopefully I've said his name right. I've included the link in the description of this video if you want to go and check him out. But once you get to that lift control room, you either go left, or now you can go right. And if you go right in that control room, you can actually see that there is a hidden button, a button that you press. And once you press that button, it makes like a sound, a weird noise sound, like you've activated something. But what in the Emperor's name have you activated? Like, this is the first big indication that this map holds a secret. So from this, you then go and press the normal button, the normal lift button, which activates the lift, which activates the next part of the mission. But once you then go through the next set of double doors, this is where you're met with your first big clue. So once you go through them double doors, you can hear like a Tyranid noise. And if you look to the left side of that room, behind the box, there's a Tyranid that doesn't attack you, that just stays stationary, and it does nothing. Now, if you shoot that Tyranid, it then makes the same noise as the button. So straight away, we know now there's a hunt to try and find certain Tyranids on this map, what when you shoot them, make a certain sound. Now, I will advise people, if you're going to do this, do it with friends rather than the bots, because the bots, if they do see the Nid on its own, wherever it is, there's some in this video, which I'll go through in a second, they will shoot them straight away. And sometimes you can miss the sound if the action's going on. So I would advise you to do it with friends rather than the AI bots in the game. So after we've killed that first Tyranid, there is 8 more to discover to unlock this puzzle. And the next one is directly next to the one we've just killed. So if we go through these double doors and then we look directly to our right, on top of that pipe is the next Tyranid. Again, shoot it, make sure it plays a sound, and then carry on to the next location. And the next one is directly after you do the battle on the rooftop. Once you kill the ranged warriors, once you kill the warriors themselves, just before you directly jump down into like the cargo hold, there's a little ledge opposite that, and there's a Tyranid on that. My AI actually engaged this and killed it. I still heard the sound, but that's why I keep warning people just to be careful when you do this with AI. Now, there's 2 more that are located in the courtyard where we started. So the first one in this courtyard is where we went through the first big door. So go back to where that door is, where we press the button, and just next to that, you will be able to hear the Tyranid, and then you'll see the Tyranid on top of one of the big boxes. Again, shoot that Tyranid. It'll activate the chime, the sound, the heroic sound, and that'll be added to the list of Nids that you've killed so far. And the next one is just across the way from it. You go across the courtyard, you go to the fencing, and again, you'll see one of the Tyranids on the platform. Look down, shoot it with whatever weapon you've got, and again, you'll hear the sound and the chime. And that is another Tyranid added to the list. Like I said, these Tyranids are throughout this entirety of this mission until you get to a certain area. Now, the next locations are all after the bridge fight. Now, once you complete the bridge fight and the lift actually... Now, all the next locations are located after the lift battle. The lift battle where the Tyranids are trying to rip down the chains, the gargoyles. All the Tyranids are now after that area. There's one directly to the left of the lift as soon as it docks in the higher platform. Again, you can see it in the background right now. If you look towards the left side, you can see that Tyranid on the ledge. Again, shoot it, make sure it makes a chime, and then we can move on to the next location. Now, the next couple of ones are all inside the facility themselves. Two of them are behind fans. The first one behind the fan is located near that big locked door where the lift docks. If you go down the actual path and take a right, if you're facing the door, follow that path along, and behind one of those fans, you will see the next Tyranid in this puzzle. Once again, shoot it, make sure it plays a chime, and then we can move on to the next part. The next one is more inside the facility. Again, this one is also behind a big fan. You really can't miss this fan because this is a massive blue fan. If you go down like the walkway and just go, you'll see it all around there. And just get close to it and again, shoot it. You can see the footage in the background where I mean, and make sure it plays a chime. And we've only got one more to find now inside the facility before the puzzle is cracked. Now, the final one is kind of hard to find because once you go inside the facility, you can get lost. What I will say again, follow the video in the background where I'm going. There's a lot of left and right turns, which, you know, you can get turned around. If you're about to enter the lictor room and you haven't killed the last one, you've gone too far. Do not do that because it will reset the entire event. Once you find it, it's located behind a barricade. Shoot it, make sure it plays a chime again, and that is it. That is the puzzle fully completed with the Tyranids. Now what you have to do is go into that lictor room and fight the lictor, the ambush where all the lights go out. It looks really scary. Complete that, kill all the mobs inside of there, and now you're about to see the Easter egg that you've just unlocked in this game. And what is that Easter egg? Well, all you have to do is drop down to the next part. Don't go forward towards the lift. Look behind you. There is a Tyranid that is on the ground that is friendly to you and the AI. The AI will not engage this Tyranid. You can go over to it and you can actually interact with this Nid. And if you choose to interact with it, Titus actually gets down on one knee and he pets the Tyranid. Congratulations, we have become the Warhammer 40,000. We are now the hive mind. We have now controlled the Tyranids. They are now friendly with the Ultramarines. That is it. That is the Easter egg that has been discovered in the game. Massive props to everyone who's been involved in this. Like I said, the chap over on Reddit, I've linked him in the description of this video. He's put all the hard work into this. If I'm not mistaken, it took him 4 months to crack this code. So massive props for people like this going out and finding all these puzzles. It makes me think now, is there even more Easter eggs? Is there even more puzzles in Space Marine 2? Who's up for replaying it in a full-on co-op campaign? Let's go in and let's try and find every single secret, because if this is in there, I guarantee there's even more hidden things inside this game. Anyway, Chaperonios, thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed this little Space Marine 2 Easter egg hunt. If you've got any thoughts, feedback, anything like that, post it down below. Have you discovered more Easter eggs in the game? Let us know in the comments section. Do you think there's more Easter eggs in the game? That is the main question. If so, post it down below and post where you think they could be. Developers, we found one. Where are the rest? Exciting things. I love little mini games like this inside of games. So great job to the developers for adding this in. Hopefully we'll come across more, and if we do, I'll make more videos dedicated to it. See ya, have a great day, and bye-bye.